I believe the Lakers should trade for DeMar Derozan. Imagine if LeBron James, Anthony Davis, and DeMar Derozan were on one NBA roster. Oh boy, that team would be really good. As I make this video, DeMar Derozan is actually one of the most popular players when it comes to this year's NBA trade market. Derozan is currently in his final year of his contract with the Spurs, and one thing's for sure, DeMar has not been shy to tell us that he will not be signing a contract extension. I believe with that fact, the Spurs are put in a position where they have to trade DeMar Derozan instead of possibly losing him for nothing. In this video, I'm going to be talking about some DeMar Derozan trades that are likely and also realistic. So if you're a big DeMar Derozan fan and want what's best for him, you're going to love this video. But quickly, before I get on with the video, I just want to say, if you're new to the channel and love basketball, welcome to ezBUCKETz. My name is Soom, and I make basketball videos every single day. So be sure to hit the subscribe button and click this button right here, the post notification bell, to not miss any of my upcoming videos. If you watched this video and you loved it, be sure to smash that thumbs up button. I'd really appreciate it, guys. It would help out the channel a lot. But without wasting any more time, let's talk about DeMar Derozan.
For me, just being a competitor that I am, I wasn't satisfied the way we ended the season. It's always easy to kind of cop out and, find a different situation that could heighten your chances to kind of be more successful. But for me, I never ran from a challenge, and I felt like there was so much still left on the table for us to do, especially the way we played in the bubble. Coming down to, the game or however that whole thing worked out for us being able to play for a spot to get in the playoffs. So me just feeling like it was unfinished business.
What I specifically love about DeMar Derozan's game is his competitive attitude and also his will to not give up. This past offseason, DeMar Derozan actually surprised us all by opting into his final year of his contract with the Spurs instead of entering open free agency. People were surprised by this move because during last year's free agency, it wasn't as talented as what's to come. And if DeMar Derozan opted out of his contract, he possibly could have signed a big deal with another team. And with DeMar Derozan opting into one more year with the Spurs kind of have an advantage. With a lot of NBA teams pursuing an NBA championship this year, trading DeMar Derozan to help the Spurs' future might be a good idea. As much as DeMar Derozan is the franchise player currently of the Spurs, their best player, DeMar Derozan actually said it last season that when he enters open free agency this summer, he's not going to sign a contract extension. The Spurs also have LaMarcus Aldridge, who is in the exact same situation as DeMar Derozan. He is in his final year of his contract, and we also expect LaMarcus Aldridge to enter free agency as well and join a championship contender. Knowing these facts, the Spurs are put in a position this season to trade them as soon as possible because losing them is inevitable when it comes to this upcoming summer. What the Spurs have to look for is a desperate team looking to win the championship this year, and by offering them veterans of DeMar Derozan and LaMarcus Aldridge that could possibly assist that team in winning an NBA championship, it will help both sides as the Spurs will get good return. When talking about DeMar Derozan, I'll be honest, in his career right now, he is in a way declining due to his numbers and due to his role, and that's why I believe a fresh start is needed. If you look at his stats this year, he's only averaging 20.2 points per game, 5.5 rebounds, 6.8 assists, 1.1 steals, and 0.6 blocks. But if you compare his numbers to last season he averaged 22.1 points, 5.5 rebounds, 5.6 assists, 1.0 steals, and 0.3 blocks, while his assists raise, his points decrease, which only means one thing: the Spurs are looking towards a new direction, especially in their offense. From what it looks like so far, the Spurs is focusing their future on DeJounte Murray, Keldon Johnson, and Lonnie Walker, which leaves DeMar Derozan the odd man out when it comes to the main player in Spurs. And that's why, to respect DeMar Derozan, the Spurs are going to trade him to help out his career. When looking at the Spurs standing record right now, I'll be honest, they're not a bad team, but they're not great either. Their current record is 8-7, which ranks them as the 8th seed in the Western Conference. But of course, with the Western Conference being so tight, one loss could definitely drop them down to the bottom, and one win can move them up to the top. The point is, the Western Conference standings is very tight. And if the Spurs want to get over the edge and get over that lump, trading DeMar Derozan for good future assets to help their future is something they're probably looking at right now. DeMar Derozan is currently 31 years old, he's turning 32 this year in August, and with him having 0 championships in 12 NBA seasons, I see DeMar Derozan looking for a championship when it comes to a trade, or if anything, next year's free agency. After being traded away from the Raptors to the Spurs, and then the Raptors won an NBA championship, DeMar Derozan has said himself that it was kind of sad for him to see that team win without him. And with that mentality being there for DeMar, I honestly just want what's best for him. I want him to be in a winning situation now.
I wouldn't even lie. It was tough to see it, especially once we lost in the playoffs, and you sit back and you see them winning, then you kind of feel like, damn, was I the problem? You know what I mean? Like, then you'd be like, nah, I wasn't a problem. Because we was doing the same thing. We just couldn't get past one person. So you're dealing with those type of emotions every time you watch it, every time you turn on the TV. And the shit was so crazy to me because every time they did something, it was like, if I went on social media, if I turned on something, my name was always in the narrative too. That's what made it worse. It was like, yo, all right, just leave me alone out of it. Do what you gotta do.
I believe the Los Angeles Lakers would be a perfect team for DeMar Derozan. Fun fact, DeMar Derozan is actually a California native. DeMar Derozan has been linked to the Lakers for a long time now. He was even linked there when he became a free agent when he was on the Raptors, and a DeMar Derozan trade rumor even sparked up before this season. Before the NBA season started, it was rumored that the Lakers actually offered up Kyle Kuzma and Danny Green in exchange for DeMar Derozan, but the trade ultimately ended up not happening because the Lakers ended up trading Danny Green for Dennis Schroeder. In my opinion, getting Dennis Schroeder was a great move, but getting DeMar Derozan would have been better. And now with the Spurs and Lakers being in their own situations, I believe a DeMar Derozan trade could still be possible, and this would be the deal. I believe if the Lakers can offer up Kyle Kuzma, Tyler Horton-Tucker, Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, and their 2027 first round pick in exchange for DeMar Derozan, I believe that would be a good trade for both sides. On the San Antonio's perspective, I believe they'll be getting a lot of good assets to help for their future. Of course, they'll be getting a young star of Kyle Kuzma, who's just signed a contract extension. They'll also be getting Tyler Horton-Tucker, who potentially is a future star. A lot of NBA teams want talent. And getting KCP, who also signed a contract extension. He can play a similar role like Danny Green played with the Spurs when they were championship contenders. Of course, getting a first round pick in this deal is a no-brainer as well. The Lakers are currently in a desperate motion because they want this year's NBA championship, with so many other NBA teams getting better. On the Lakers' perspective, what I love about this trade is the Lakers get DeMar Derozan, who instantly becomes their starting shooting guard, but they also keep their depth of the players they got this past offseason of Wesley Matthews, of course Dennis Schroeder, Montrezl Harrell, and Marc Gasol. The Lakers are still going to keep their depth while having 3 superstars of Anthony Davis, LeBron James, and DeMar Derozan. This trade, in my opinion, is the best case scenario when it comes to a possible trade offer the Lakers can offer the Spurs for them to accept. I'll be completely honest, I do see DeMar Derozan being traded this season before the season ends, and I believe the moment DeMar Derozan becomes available, I see the Lakers giving the Spurs a call. Imagine a closing lineup, a death lineup for the Lakers, a lineup that would instantly win any NBA game or any NBA set of Dennis Schroeder, DeMar Derozan, LeBron James, Anthony Davis, and Montrezl Harrell. Imagine that, guys. I want you guys to imagine how strong and powerful and broken that lineup would be. But in conclusion of this video, I'm here to state that I believe the Lakers must target DeMar Derozan because he's going to be available. But I do want to say this about DeMar Derozan when it comes to his playing style and his game. DeMar Derozan's biggest weakness is the three-point shot. We all know in the NBA today, NBA players must be able to shoot the 3-ball or in a way consistently try to shoot one. And with DeMar Derozan previously being known in the NBA to be a mid-range specialist and someone who does not shoot the 3-ball, some Laker fans out there don't approve this trade and don't approve this move. But I got some good news for you guys. DeMar Derozan actually has been working on his 3-point shot in this past offseason. He says that he's been working on it, and from his stats this year, he's averaging 1 3-point made a game compared to his 0.1 last year. So when it comes to this aspect, Laker fans, listen, there is going to be improvement. We just got to give DeMar Derozan some time. DeMar Derozan is a killer at the mid-range. He can make those shots, and some way, someday, I do believe he'll be a pretty decent 3-point shooter. But ultimately, guys, this wraps up my video for today on DeMar Derozan. What's most important to me is one of your thoughts. Do you believe this is a good move for the Lakers? Is this a good trade? Put your thoughts in the comment section down below. But other than that, take it easy, God bless, and I'll see you all next time on Easy Buckets. Woo!
I got